I've bought a one-way train ticket to Devon to pick up a Commer Campervan that hasn't been driven in 7 years. And so I set off from Leicestershire to Exeter. I had my first overpriced cup of coffee and I was ready for the long journey down to Exeter train station. But it was worth it, hopefully, as this is what I was going to pick up. So I arrived at the Commer and had a good look around it. It needed quite a bit more work than I thought. But I thought, well, I've got a one-way train here and the guy that owns the Commer has picked me up and driven me an hour from Exeter train station to his house. So I was kind of committed to buy it. So I managed to knock him down substantially on price, and now I'm in it, about to drive home. But it is absolutely hammering it down, and the roads are the worst roads I've probably ever driven in. But it's only 250 miles home, so let's go for it. The first hour and a half of driving home was honestly like driving through the sea. The van had no heating, my fingers and my toes were absolutely freezing cold, and I literally couldn't see where I was going down to the crap window wipers. Even some of these videos don't do it justice. It was absolutely awful, and when a lorry or something came the other way and showered me in water and nearly blew me into the grass verge, I literally thought, this is the end. I think it's safe to say this is one of the worst drives I've ever had in a classic car, and that really is saying something. From the outside it actually looks alright, and to be fair, it ain't too bad. But the main issue I've got with the mass amounts of rain and the severely flooded roads, making it extremely scary driving in this old cronk. And this is the interior. It needs a little bit of wood replacing on the floor due to it being a bit rotten, but it's all original and super cool. Bit smelly though. So I finally got onto some main roads which weren't much better. I was freezing cold and my fuel gauge kept dropping down to nothing. I couldn't bear it any longer, so I pulled in at the next services. I bought my second overpriced cup of coffee and I thought, let's have a look at this heater. So the engine doesn't look like the prettiest thing in the world, but this is what I've just managed to free up. So this little lever, I don't know if you can see it down here, that's the control for the heater. My feet were getting freezing, there was no warmth in the cab at all, so I've managed to WD-40, well I bought some WD-40 from the services and I've managed to free that off now, so we've now got a working heater, which makes it much more enjoyable. Another thing I thought to try and get me a little bit warmer is I'm actually going to close this, because that will keep the cab a little bit toastier. So it's finally stopped raining and I've got myself a nice little pie from Gloucester Services to celebrate. We have front lights and we have back lights. It was definitely pitch black now, but the rain had stopped and my feet and my hands were a little bit warmer and I was on the final stretch home. So I finally made it back after nearly a 6-hour journey. Well, I'm not all the way back. There's one more thing I need to do before I go home. I think I've deserved it.